Hey guys, what's going on? Paul here and welcome back to another Cardano video. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an update. What I do here is 100% Cardano content, whether that is tutorials, breaking down news, or talking about the price. This is episode 3 of Cardano Price Talk, and what I'm going to do is break down the charts. I'll put some timestamps down below as well for anyone who wants to skip to certain sections. The format of this video is I'm going to give a 30-second update on my pool. Then I'm going to talk for a minute about the ledger integration that has now been added to the Daedalus Flight wallet, which is a great step forward. Personally, I am always saying that a hardware wallet is the way to go if you want to store your crypto safely. So I'm going to show that on my screen. 1 second now, I'll show that. And as I say, the timestamps are below for anyone who wants to just skip to the price action or wants to skip to certain parts of the video as well. Give me your feedback down below and give the video a like and a share if you feel others can get some value from it. I do really appreciate it because it helps the channel grow as well. Okay, so a very quick update for anyone following along with my pool. So things are really starting to get going now with the pool. We're just about to cross 1 million in delegation. Thank you very much to everyone who is delegating to the pool. It really does help support the channel, and as you will have seen in the last epoch, we hit our first block, so the pool is fully up and running, being run well. We hit an ROA of 21.77%, which is a huge return. The reason these types of things happen now, I'm not saying you're going to get this all the time, but this does happen with smaller pools, because when a smaller pool hits a block, they get the same kind of rewards per block as the big pools get, but with the small pools there are less delegators to share the rewards between, so everyone gets a bigger share of the pie. So with the smaller pools, sometimes you get less frequent blocks, but when you do, you get bigger rewards. I do expect that over time this will flatten out to around the 5.5 to 6% return over the year, which is what you can come to expect from a pool that is operating optimally. So anyone looking to delegate, the details will be down below. And again, thanks very much to everyone who has already delegated to the pool. Daedalus has added ledger support. Now, it's not there in the official release that you download right now, but it will be in one of the next releases. You can download the Daedalus Flight version, which is a pre-release version of the wallet. And in that one, you can see on my screen now, I have downloaded it. I've synced up my Ledger Nano X. And when you sync it up, you can see here that it looks the same as any other wallet that you have. Here's a test wallet within Daedalus, and then the Ledger wallet is here. Again, I have blurred out some of the transactions and stuff here just for privacy reasons, but you have the exact same as normal: summary, send, receive, transactions. So for me, this is a big step forward. I am always telling people that a hardware wallet is one of the safest ways you can store your crypto. So I'm very, very happy now to have that integrated with Daedalus as well. And once it comes out on the official wallet, I will do a full video walking through just to show you all the steps. But as you can see here, send, receive, all the exact same. And you can delegate from here as well. If you go into the delegation center here, the standard way that I've shown in other videos as well for normal wallets within Daedalus, you come in here, you can click redelegate, or if you haven't delegated yet, you will just have a delegate button. And this is a great step forward to see. Okay, so starting to look at the charts now. Look, we cannot get into any cryptocurrency chart right now without looking at the Bitcoin price first. After what happened in the last 2 days, then that is where you have to start first, because whether we like it or not, every cryptocurrency is correlated. Well, the price of every cryptocurrency is correlated to Bitcoin. There are breakaway moments that coins have, and potentially Cardano, ADA, is going to have one of them in the next week or two with the big news events that are planned. I will talk about that in a few minutes. So if we look here, we've had a big drop with Bitcoin in the last 2 days. But if you take a step back and you zoom out of this, then you can see that we've had substantial gains over the last month. Back here, just over a month ago, we were at about $11,500, $12,000. Right now, we're at $16,500, which to me is still very nice gains. Yes, it would have been really nice to stay up here, and I've done the video on my other channel talking about when a new all-time high was possible. So for anyone who didn't see that, then that was staying in this channel here, hitting an all-time high, would have came between the 25th of November and the 6th of December. And where that comes from is this was the channel going up. Across here was the all-time high, and then the intersection points are the two dates where I thought the earliest possible and then the latest possible dates were there. So obviously we have broken out of that channel now, and we need to find support. Potentially we are finding support on the $16,200 level. So we've hit a double bottom on that. And what we really need from Bitcoin here now is to hold this level. If Bitcoin, you can see at the minute, we're moving down again. If Bitcoin comes down and falls through that level, I do think that there is a decent bit more downside for Bitcoin. I'm not talking sub 10K levels at all. I personally don't see us below 10K probably ever again, unless we get a crazy wick down under it. But I don't see us closing a day under 10K again. Some people will just say that's hopium and moon talk, but that's just the way I see the market and where we are at the minute. So potentially we can come below 16,200 in a wick, or as long as we don't close a day below it. But if we close a daily candle below it, then 15, potentially down to 14 is definitely on the cards. But for now, what I'm watching is holding this level and making a go for the top again. All-time highs, who knows right now? I am still open to an all-time high this year. I would definitely not rule it out. When you see the growth that we've had over the last while, what are we? We're 3K off an all-time high, just a little bit over 3K. That's not a lot looking at what has happened in the last few weeks. So we'll keep watching the charts. I will be I put out a video yesterday on Twitter. I'm going to be doing a few more of them maybe as well. But let's jump over to ADA now. So looking at the ADAUSD price, generally I talk about the technicals of a coin and the technical levels of where the charts are going. ADA has one of them, or Cardano, ADA has one of them events coming up that can just completely blow technicals out of the water. So they have some fundamental news coming up. There are some big events the beginning of December. I might do a video on Monday talking specifically about them and what they can do to the price, where all of these technical levels can be invalidated both ways. I mean, on the way up here or on the way down here. So if the news is anything like the hype is suggesting that's going around the community at the minute, then this 15-cent level won't matter. The 20-cent level up here probably won't matter if it was something related to Coinbase or the stable coin that's all rumored going around there. Any of them kind of news points, then I think 20 cent is blown through for, it could be temporary, but it would be blown through, and then we would look to try and have this as our new support. If the news is not up to scratch, sometimes you find there is buy the rumor and sell the news. So you will have people buying up now and then selling the news when it comes out. Then we will drop back down into this channel here, I feel, down into the 11.5, 7.5 cent to 11.5 cent. Some people won't like to hear that, but I'm only keeping things realistic here. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm given all possibilities. I think that the news will be up to scratch of what is, maybe not Coinbase this time, but there's a lot of big things planned. You have Gogan, you have smart contracts. There's a lot coming for Cardano. So I do think the trajectory on a whole is going to be up. We did hold above the 15.5 cent well. We'd come down and retested it, which is always good to see on a support level. And we were starting to take off when Bitcoin decided to take a dump and dumped us back down into this level here. For now, I'm not even going to make projections on the technical aspects. Everyone knows from watching that the 11.5 cent, if we were just talking technical, is the important level to hold above. And 15 cent then, 15.5 is the one that we need to break up through. Looking then at the ADA Bitcoin chart. Actually, not at this one. So we'll look at this one for the downward channel, and then I'll tell you why I'm not looking at it on a whole. So you can see when I started these videos, we were down here and we broke above it and held well above it. And even when we got this pullback down here, this pullback isn't right. This candle actually came further down. This is a Bittrex chart. I'm going to show you the Binance chart in a second. So this, but I don't have the downward channel on it. We came down to about here, somewhere around here on the Binance chart, but we didn't touch this downward trend. We shot straight back up and we are continuing to move our trajectory up. So if I go over here, this is more accurate. You can see here what I was talking about. This is down to 687, where the Bittrex chart was only showing 740. Again, that could be due to lack of liquidity on the market, and it didn't go down because, look, you can see this was fairly quick down and back up again. Right now, we're starting to move along nicely. So we have held, normally when Bitcoin dumps, altcoins, they all take a dump in USD value and against the Bitcoin value. So we had already come back down from hitting our resistance line up here at 982 sats. We came up and we hit it, and this is before the Bitcoin dump. The Bitcoin dump happened in around here. So we hit it and came back down, and normal markets, we will be looking to find some support to push back up through it again. But because of what happened with Bitcoin, it triggered lots of sells and we dropped down here. But we bounced fairly quick, which is always a good sign. There's lots of buyers out there at the minute for ADA, and we bounced back up. So right now, look, staying above these 620, this 581 level is important against Bitcoin. Getting back up and pushing through this 982 level is still the target for me. News plays a big factor in what's going to happen here with the prices. Again, if the news is as expected, then 982 sats should not be an issue. If people aren't happy with what comes out, then we could see some drops down. Me personally, I'll just show you here. I've got some buys in place. So I have all these buys in place here on Binance. I've just put in some Bitcoin so I can put these buys in. These are all not expecting the price to go down and stay down here. These are looking for the price to potentially wick down here. So potentially wick down to these types of levels down here that would actually fill my bags on the way back up. I got one on the night before last. I had a small bit of Bitcoin in my account, and I set the buy order down around the 702 sats level. It was only a couple of $100 that I got, but I was happy to get some more cheap ADA to add to my bag. So these prices, I have no sell orders in place on ADA. I expect things in the long term to go a lot higher. In the short term, I think we could potentially get some wicks, especially when we're coming up to around news. Some people get nervous. They're afraid of what might come and mightn't come, and we could see some wicks. That's where I'm looking to pick up. I'm looking to pick up the people who sell at them stages. I'm also potentially looking at some leverage trades for the news that's coming out. Again, might do a video on that next week before all of the news comes out and give my perspective and my own plan on what I'm going to do. Okay guys, that's it. Thanks very much for watching. I do appreciate everyone that tuned in. Let me know your thoughts down below on where you think things could potentially go. Any questions, feel free to reach out either down below in the Telegram group or over on Twitter as well. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss any of these updates. Anyone who's already delegating to my pool, I really do appreciate that. And anyone else who has any questions or wants to get involved, then the details are all below, but feel free to reach out at any stage as well. Thanks for watching guys. Like, subscribe, and I will see you soon.